Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mike Quinlan, and I am the chair of the Dale Street School Building Committee.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Marsden, your superintendent of schools.
We're excited to be here today to help to spread the word about this project and this vital decision for the town of Medfield. I'm sure most residents have been hearing all sorts of things about this project. It's certainly something that the whole town seems to be talking about, which is great because it's really important. And we've been working on this project for just about 4 years now. And so this is the culmination of tens of thousands of man hours from the design team and the SBC, the warrant committee, the board of selectmen, the school committee, school administration. So this is a really important endeavor. We've invested a lot of time into this to really bring forth what we believe to be a great solution for the future school district, which would replace an 80-year-old building that has served this town well for 8 decades, but no longer is the place where we can really best serve our kids, our elementary school kids. And Dr. Marsden can chime in a little bit on that from an educational perspective.
Mike, thanks. I think it's really important. This is a wonderful opportunity for our community to get a 21st century school. We haven't had a new school in Medfield in many, many years, and certainly the Dale Street School has its limitations in what we can do educationally for our kids. In a new school in a campus setting will provide us a way to not only implement and deliver a great education, but do it in a setting that's more comfortable for kids, where they can be in a campus setting, they can be in grades 2 through 5, and teachers can collaborate and work together in order to do what's best for kids. It also gives us the flexibility that we need as a school district. As enrollments continue to increase, we're going to need additional space, and that additional space in the new building is going to provide that flexibility that we need as a school district.
So how did we get here? As I noted, it's been about 4 years. We have applied to the state for the School Building Authority program to get their assistance. The first application was put in 2012, subsequent applications in 2016, and finally in 2017, the state accepted us into their program. Since then, we've been working with our consultants to develop the project, to evaluate many different options, and pull budgets together so that we can put forth a project that this town can be proud of. There's plenty of data on that. We won't get into too much about it, but I encourage everyone, if they had questions, they can look at our project website, which is, if you go to the school homepage and just click on Explore, there's a link below that says New Elementary School, and there's just countless amounts of pages of data that you can review there.
And Mike, just to your point around the website, so if you go to www.medfield.net, click on Explore, and then go on the New Elementary page, we've actually highlighted on the front page 2 really critical documents. One would be a one-pager that has all the key information that you will need about the New Elementary School project, so you won't have to go through all of the separate pages of information that we have up there. And the other is a one-pager that describes what the process is to become a voter. At Medfield Day, I got to talk to a lot of new parents and new folks that moved into Medfield, and they didn't know the process at that point. So this was put up on the website this week. It allows everyone to take a look at it. It gives you the deadlines for when you need to register to vote for both the town meeting and the ballot vote, and also gives information about absentee ballots as well.
The warrant committee has been holding phenomenal forums on the project and really doing their due diligence. It's an effort. As someone who builds schools for a living in multiple towns, I've never seen a warrant committee do the level of due diligence that this warrant committee has done. So I encourage you to watch their videos. They're all through the Medfield TV YouTube channel.
We do have a button there right on the front page of our school website that allows anyone to go to the warrant committee website to view any of the videos that they've done during this whole couple of months of due diligence that they've done.
Plenty of data out there. If you have questions, please reach out. We're happy to answer them before town meeting. But ultimately, on November 7th, the town will be holding a special town meeting at the high school. The logistics have just been discussed this past Tuesday with the Board of Selectmen and the moderator. So we can ensure that as much as possible, every resident that wants to have a say in this will be able to vote on the project. And so at town meeting, the project will need a 2/3 majority supermajority. So it's really important that we get as many residents as possible out to the polls. Out to the high school for town meeting. Regardless of whether it passes or fails at town meeting, we will be having a ballot vote as well, special election on November 15th. And that is just a 50% plus one, or a simple majority that's needed to pass the project. Ultimately, it's the outcomes of those two that we will have to evaluate. If it's approved, then we will proceed. There will be about 9 more months of design, and then construction would start late next year. And then if that is the case, then the school would open in the fall of 2024. And if the vote fails, then we will have to take a step back and figure out how we will proceed, but it's likely that we would have to withdraw from the MSBA program and submit another statement of interest and hope to get asked back in. So really important that regardless of how you feel about the project, that you come out and vote. This is the town of Medfield has an open town meeting legislature, and Scott McDermott details greatly in his review with the Board of Selectmen the other day. And it's really important that we as a town can come together and make a decision on this. This is one of the most vital decisions for this town's future, as well as the state hospital project that's coming up. So really important for everyone to show up. I know things are challenging with kids and all of that, and we're trying to work out some details that would make it easier for both parents of children to be able to show up, as well as working on logistics around making sure seniors are able to get to the high school.
So one of the questions that we've gotten a couple of times is, if I vote no, does that mean it's going to go to a different site? And that's just not the case. It's really a binary vote at town meeting. So yes, you're in favor of a new elementary school. No, you're not in favor of a new elementary school. So there's no vote on the site at town meeting. It's just yes or no whether or not you want a new elementary school or not.
If the project is approved at town meeting and as well at the ballot, we will embark on the next phases of design to get it to completion and eventually ready for bidding. We will look to add to the team a construction manager, which would happen in early 2022. This would be the firm that would eventually build the project. They would be brought on even before design is completed to help us consult with our architects and make sure everything is packaged well. And then around probably the fall of next year, we would start construction activities on site. It would be easily isolated from the existing Wheelock School, directly behind the Wheelock School, and we would break ground probably in the fall. And it would be about a 2-year process before we'd be able to complete and move the school over during the summer of 2024 and open it in September and have a whole new generation of kids that can enjoy a modern facility for 4th and 5th graders.
I just really appreciate all the support that we've gotten from the community through this entire project. And as town historian and former Medfield High School teacher Richard DeSorga always says, that democracy is not a spectator sport. So I hope folks come out and participate in the town meeting and in the ballot vote next month in November.